So, Luigi Mangione, a couple of things legally so you can sound intelligent when you're at the Christmas party and people ask you about it. As you know, Luigi Mangione is accused of being the assassin of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. So, a couple of things that have been in the news. First, extradition. You have probably read that he is fighting extradition. So, what is extradition? It is what it sounds like. It is when you are in the custody of one place and another place wants you. Usually this happens internationally. But there's a situation in which he was arrested at a McDonald's. To all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese. And while he was arrested at McDonald's, he had a firearm on him and some other charges. So he was arrested in PA. I'm not saying Pennsylvania because I say it funny. So he was arrested in PA. Well, he is wanted for murder in New York. Two different states. Usually what ends up happening is one governor gets on the phone and says, hey, man, you want his ass? Come get him. Now, you might say, well, why would a state want to fight? Well, when you're talking about people in history like Ted Bundy and individuals who killed people all over a bunch of different states, it can be a constitutional fight. And they say, nah, player, we want to kill his ass first, PA. And New York's like, nah, we want to kill his ass first. Well, in this situation, PA has made it clear, we'll handle his charges after you're done with him. But Mangione has a right to fight. And he says, I ain't going over there. I know what the hell y'all doing. I'm going to sit my happy, bushy-eyed, eyebrowed ass right here. So he is fighting it. This is fucking stupid. They're going to get you. You're just wasting the process. Take your ass to New York. Now, number two, what his lawyers could be doing and what they should be doing is New York does not have the death penalty. It does not. And usually when you have the death penalty, you have to have what's called a circumstance of aggravation. Circumstance of aggravation on the state level is maybe you killed two or more people. Maybe it was during the violent crime, but there's circumstances of aggravation. When dealing with the feds don't necessarily need that. They're like, you killed somebody, we can seek the death penalty. And possibly old Mangione is just like, man, I don't want to go to a federal holding cell. I might end up in a facility in a place with somebody I don't want. Anybody get to you yet? Who are you? It is me, Mario. It's not Mario. You Diddy. Hold up, wait a minute. You thought I was finished. So there's the possibility of that unique situation. Somebody has asked, could he plead insanity? Well, you can plead insanity, but just because you can plead insanity, it doesn't mean someone's going to find you insane. Why is that? The advice we always give, it's not the crime, it's the cover up. So if you are conscious, intelligent, smart enough to try to cover up your crimes, it's hard later to look at a jury and say, I'm crazy. So generally, if somebody tries to kill somebody or does something and wants to claim insanity, they better sit on their front porch in a chicken suit eating a popsicle and wait on law enforcement to come if they want to say they were insane at the time something happened. But in his situation, taking the time to carefully pin notes on a bullet and then hiding and hanging out in McDonald's, nah, bruh, insanity is not going to work out well for you. And then if you've been following and watching on social media, the last thing people have possibly talking about is people love this bushy-eyed freak. I mean, defend it. How could he hide with eyebrows like that? Where do you think them caterpillars? People are going to recognize you. But anyway, there's something called jury nullification. And what is jury nullification? Jury nullification is when defense lawyers try to charm a jury into ignoring the fucking law. And they're just like, look, he is a martyr. He hurt his back. He is doing this for a good reason. What? And that's when the judge tells the jury, this is the law. You cannot decide based upon your pride. You cannot decide based upon prejudice or personal feelings. You must decide the law based upon the law. Sometimes you can argue jury nullification, that the jury just says, you know what? That person needed killing. That person is bad. What? New York has this what's called real voir dire, where you'll get to ask questions of the jury. And so I can see the prosecution asking questions such like, Mr. Juror, yes. Did your back hurt today? Yeah, it kind of hurts a little bit. Remove for cause. Mr. Juror, do you have insurance? Yeah, I have insurance. Remove for cause. So there is a possibility of jury nullification. I don't think it's going to happen unless they can prove there is some prior relationship between Luigi Mangione and Brian Thompson, which is not going to happen. There's not going to be a justification. The best case scenario is the feds don't take this case and he is not given the death penalty. So that covers all the things that we've been talking about. Let's hope he doesn't get some kind roommate who can, hey man, come here and take that. Anybody get baby oil on you yet?